Okay folks, I'm ready to explain to you the course diagram for our horseback course that our horseback finals is going to run on today. Now this blue line down here is going to indicate a handler area, and the horse and rider and dog must start inside that area. It's the northeast corner of the pasture that we're going to be working in, and the horse and rider and dog have to start from this area. Now the cattle are going to be set out from a trailer up in this corner. There are going to be 5 heads set out here, and the dog is going to have to outrun. Dog can start from the handler's left or the handler's right, but whatever side they leave from is the side that they must approach the cattle from in order to get these 15 points that are outrun points. So basically, if the dog leaves the handler's left side, they can't cross a line between the horse and rider and the cattle until the dog makes contact with the cattle and initiates their movement. After that, the dog can go anywhere around the cattle they want in order to get the livestock where they want them to go. Okay, so the time starts when the cattle clear the end of this panel here, or the handler sends their dog. Once the time starts, the dog goes up here, gathers this 5 head of cattle, and the first goal for the dog handler team is going to be to get these cattle to the east end of the course and cross this line. It's an imaginary line from this box that is created with green panels, and there's an imaginary line from there over to that east fence. They have to cross that line going from south to north or uphill to down that direction, and those cattle score 25 points or 5 points per head when they do that. Once they have that portion completed, we enter into the portion of the course that's called Gambler's Choice. And what Gambler's Choice means is we have 4 phases of work out here that can be completed, and they can be completed in any order. So whether it's the weave, the freestanding panels, the box, or the horseshoe sort, it's up to each individual handler which obstacle they want to try scoring points at first. Okay, we're going to go up here. Say a handler wants to turn their cattle around and take them up the hill and into this weave. The cattle are going to score 5 points per head every time they break this plane in between these panels up on the side of this hill. And so they have an opportunity to score 25, 50, 75, and 100 points. And the last 25 points is going to be scored on breaking a plane between the end of this last panel and these freestanding panels down here that are below the irrigation ditch on the course. Now, when those cattle come around, if they want to go through this panel next, they don't have to do this next because of the Gambler's Choice. They can go anywhere they want. These freestanding panels, the cattle have to cross from west to east, and 5 points per head through there. That means if they get 2 head through there, they've scored 10 points on that obstacle. Now, all of these obstacles, you can get partial points. If they only get 2 head through there, they get 10. If they get 3 head through there, they get 15. You can retry any obstacle as many times as you want, but when you retry it, your score automatically goes to 0, and you have to get points on that obstacle before you move on. Okay? Coming back down here to this open box, cattle must enter from this side, and they must exit from here. Penning the cattle into the pen scores 25 points or 5 points per head, and the exit out this direction back towards up the hill is going to score 25 points as well. There's an opening over here that's going to score 0 points if any cattle move through there. Once again, it's partial points, and you can retry as many times as you want for full points. Our next obstacle that can be done in whatever order that the handler wants is this horseshoe sort. This obstacle is scored in 2 phases. There is a pen phase and a sort phase. The pen phase is complete when all of the cattle have cleared this line of the entrance. When you have all 5 cattle inside that line and in this pen area all at once, that pen phase is completed. Okay? You must score all 5 head in this pen phase in order to be able to move on to the sort. okay? The sort is worth 10 points per head, and the pattern has to be continued in the right order in order for it to score score points, okay? Now, the first calf must go out this side exit. Your horse may only enter this exit right here. The horse can't enter from here, can't enter from here. Must enter in here, and you can be in here, but you cannot bring your horse out the end of this. The horse can only work inside this area right here in order to sort those cattle. So the cattle are in here, the dog's gonna hold the cattle to you, horse and rider are gonna enter this, one head out there, the next head must go out the end, and then alternate directions. So one head out the side, one head out the end, one head out the side, next head out the end, then the last calf go back out the side, okay? Whenever the handler decides that they are done competing on the course, whether or not they've done all of the obstacles or not, depending on how much time they have the option of going to the exhaust gate down in the northeast corner of the pasture, opening that gate and exhausting their cattle for 25 points a head. That obstacle, when the last tail clears that, time is ended and their course is over. They can't score any more points. The cattle are now off the course. That completes the description for our horseback finals course today. Good luck to all the handlers.